Hello, children. Today's topic is an interesting, humorous story from the book Vistas. The lesson we are going to discuss today is The Tiger King, written by Kalki. Kalki is the pen name of Ramaswamy Krishnamurti. The presentation will help you to understand the story, but there is no substitute for reading. You have to read the text more than one time to understand and enjoy the humor used in it, and to understand the nuances of the character of Maharaja, who is the hero of the story. And we call him the Tiger King. Let us start. Here is a brief biography given of Ramaswamy Krishnamurti. Ramaswamy Krishnamurti, known by his pen name Kalki, was an Indian writer, journalist, poet, critic, and Indian independence activist. He was named after Kalki, the 10th and last avatar of Lord Vishnu. His writings include short stories, novels, editorials, political writings, and hundreds of film and music reviews. The Tiger King is a satire on those who are in power. They spend their time on foolish pursuit instead of working for the welfare of people. Let us see what is a satire. Satire is a piece of literature, literary work, and it is a way of criticizing people or ideas in a humorous way. Lot of humor will be used in the satire, so it will not be very much offensive to people, especially in order to make a political point or a piece of writing that uses this style. I told you the Tiger King is a satire. Why the lesson The Tiger King is a satire? Because the story uses humor to criticize kings who exploit both nature and their subjects. The main character of the story, the Tiger King, he actually exploits nature. Okay, he is into tiger hunting and all, and he had actually disrupted the ecological balance, and he had exploited the people also. So through humor, the writer is actually criticizing the king. Kalki also criticizes king's men also, the people in the palace, soldiers and other attendants of the palace, and subjects. Subjects is the people of the country who act according to his whims and fancies. According to the imagination of the king, they are also just foolishly acting on it. They don't take wise decisions. They don't use their discretion, intelligence, thinking process, nothing. They are acting according to the whims and fancies of the king. Story at a glance. This is a a very brief summary of the story. Again, I am telling you, you have to read the text, then only you will be able to understand it completely. The Maharaja of Pradibandhapuram. Pradibandhapuram is the name of the country, and the Maharaja, the Tiger King, he is the hero of the story. When he was born, astrologers had foretold that he should beware of tigers. So when he was born, astrologers had predicted that the king will be killed by a tiger. So it was a very shocking news all over the country. The king will be killed by a tiger. The small prince, he grew up. The prince started hunting tigers because he wanted to kill all the tigers when he came to power at the age of 20. He killed all the 70 tigers of his country. When the tiger population is extinct in his country, he got married to a princess whose state had a large tiger population. So ultimate motive of that marriage is also killing tigers. he married to a princess who had a very large tiger population in her country. So he can kill all those tigers also, and his target is to achieve 100 tigers because the 100th tiger will be so very dangerous for the king. That is a prediction. The 100th tiger will kill him. That is a prediction. He could kill 99 tigers altogether, and their skins adorned the walls of Pratibandhapuram palace. Once he had to upset the feelings of a high ranking British officer when he wished to hunt in Maharaja's kingdom. He made him feel happy by sending diamond rings as a gift to his wife. Okay, so once the British officer came, during that time Britishers were also ruling many parts of our country. So one of the British officers, he came, he expressed his wish to hunt tigers in Pratibandhapuram. But Maharaja objected it. He said, no, that is not possible. So the British officer was a bit angry about it. So in order to pacify him, in order to make him happy, Maharaja had to spend some money, a huge amount of money, 3 lakh rupees he had to spend. He bought some fine diamond rings from a jeweler and sent it to the British officer's wife. So that is how he saved his kingdom. If Britishers are very angry with the king, then anything can happen to him. That is why. But the hunt of the 100th tiger proved troublesome. It was not that easy to kill the 100th tiger. The king missed his target, but the tiger fell down and fainted due to the sound of the gunshot. The king thought that he killed the 100th tiger. He ordered his men to bring the carcass means the dead body of the tiger, to the palace. But the king's men found it alive and they shot it dead. The king did not kill the tiger, the king's men shot it dead. Later on, the king was busy with the birthday celebrations of his son. He bought a rough wooden tiger as a gift for his son. He came across this particular toy in one of the shops and he bought it and he gave it to his son. While playing with his son, a tiny silver pierced the Maharaja's right hand. It is a very rough kind of a toy. So on top of that, there are so many wooden pieces projecting outside. So one of the wooden piece had gone into his hand, right hand. Though he pulled it out and threw it away, infection set in. The next day, the hand had got infected. Doctors came from Madras and the king had undergone a surgery because the whole hand was infected, full of pus. He had to undergo a surgery. But the 100th tiger, in the form of a rough wooden tiger, took its final revenge. Thus, the king died because of that infection. During the surgery, he died. Doctors could not save him. Even though the king died during the surgery, they said means the doctors said, the operation was successful. The Maharaja is dead. See the attitude of those people. They are not at all concerned about the well-being of the king. Even if the king die, they don't care about it. They feel the operation was successful. Maharaja is dead. So everybody was actually, it seems that they are waiting for the death of the king because he was such a troublesome king. He had created a lot of havoc, disturbing ecological balance, making the people run from pillar to post. Everything he did. He was such a troublesome ruler. So they are also least bothered about it. It seems that nobody is genuinely interested in the well-being of the king. Even if they could not save his life, they are pretty okay with it. So that is the story all about. Here is an assignment. There are 6 questions given here. You have to read the textbook and the summary given in the presentation carefully and answer the following questions. Reading the textbook is a must. First question. Why was the Maharaja once in danger of losing his kingdom? Why did Maharaja have to pay 3 lakh rupees to the jewelers? Why did he decide to get married? Why did the king ban tiger hunting in the state? How does the 100th tiger take its final revenge upon the Tiger King? How did the prediction of the chief astrologer about Maharaja's death come true? That's all for today, children. You have to write these answers in the notebook and send a snapshot to me for correction. You have to do it in the notebook. Okay? Thank you and have a great day ahead.